Welcome back to Hilariously Lost. Wow. We've missed you.
We missed you so much. It's been a crazy week.
It's been a crazy week for us.
Progression.
There's been a lot going on.
Yeah.
With the pod coming out, telling everyone about the pod.
Yeah. But today,
we'll get into that later.
We have a very special guest.
Want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Alice.
I'm Laura's roommate.
And I'm a nursing major. I am from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I live here in this room.
This is our dorm room.
In this hallowed hall. I'm 19 years of age, soon to be 20. Less than a month until the big B day.
Until the big B day comes up. It is coming up, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I need to
No, don't do anything, please. No, don't. Please
No,
don't
can
do
we
anything.
please throw a party?
Yeah.
No,
You do so much for everyone, Alice.
Yeah, you do.
You're such mom.
You
No,
do.
I don't. I just do the normal.
No, you don't. Alice, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me. I am beyond thrilled.
Yeah.
I've been intrigued about this podcast ever since I walked in and saw you on the floor with two mini mics.
Yes.
So
into our story time of our first guest, how it came about that you were going to be our first guest.
yeah.
Takes us back to last week.
F1.
F1 filming. We just finished filming. We were like rejoicing over how like awesome
amazing
we
it
were,
was.
basically.
Obviously.
Yeah.
And naturally, we're in my room, and Alice walks in and sees the mini mics.
Yeah. And she's
That's
like,
really the end of the story.
That wasn't
Okay.
It wasn't suspicious, but you guys looked like you had been caught in the act of a crime. You were like I was like,
well, because it was a surprise for everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one
Alice
knew.
was the first to know, and she kept a secret for a long time,
For, like,
actually.
Yeah, for like a week.
Yeah.
Almost a week.
Really?
Yeah.
Did I?
Yeah, because
I kind of blocked it on my mind.
We
so that I wouldn't tell
recorded
anyone.
on a Tuesday, and then it came out on Monday.
But you told people on Friday, right? Thursday, Friday?
No, we told them on. Maybe it was
Like,
Sunday night.
Yeah.
Sunday night we showed
Wow.
My roommates.
like Mina's roommates.
Oh.
before it was posted though.
No, we had tests last week though, so I wasn't thinking about.
No.
Oh, true. We did have a lot of tests.
That's
Yeah, it was
fair.
a good secret
That's
week.
fair. Yeah.
to me.
Secret keeping. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a good secret keeper though.
You are. You
Yeah.
are. Yeah, for sure.
Stop.
Yeah. Okay, do you remember how we like all met, Alice? Because I was like thinking upon this, and I don't remember.
Okay, I do remember how I met Laura
I remember how I met you.
because it was much later.
And I remember how I met you, kind of.
Okay.
How
well-
did I meet Mina?
I think.
You guys, yeah.
Mina, how did I meet you?
Oh gosh.
I think it just came to be that I just met you.
Yeah, I think it
Just, like,
was.
Grace.
Well, yeah, when we were baking that one time.
Yes.
And
Oh my gosh, in the kitchen.
like
yes.
everybody came in. It was like everybody,
Mhm.
and I was like, I don't know who these people are. Like I was genuinely so confused. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm just like constantly
Well, because
lost.
Ashley and Taylor knew each other.
Yes, from
And then-
freshman retreat.
Yeah, and
Oh,
then
yeah,
we
they were
just
the same
kind of
group.
like we were hanging out with Ashley, and Taylor had told her to come bake. So
Yeah.
we just all came down.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and then I posted that picture on Alice Bakes.
Yes.
And then I think we just like,
It just happened.
yeah, it just happened.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Laura and I met at
But-
Fiat.
But yeah, well, okay, I knew who you were before that. I don't know if you
Oh.
knew who I was.
I didn't know who you were.
Oh!
You knew who I was before?
I did because you know
Oh,
why
God.
the first time I remember knowing who you were is
Oh,
like
no.
we were in our chem class,
Yes.
and Selsky, our teacher, called on you, and then she asked your name, and you were like Alice, and
Wait,
then
why
I just knew who you were. After that. I just like
Wow.
remembered your name. And,
Oh my
like, knew
God,
you were,
that's
like,
so
just
scary.
just because I saw you were.
She definitely called
I
me
didn't-
involuntarily, so that's just lovely.
Bye.
Probably
Yeah.
not in the soccer trade, but then yeah, we were in the same. Well, we still are in the same club,
Mm-hmm.
and there was one. We were. Was it friendship bracelet night?
Yes.
It was
Oh.
friendship
We-
bracelet night. and
We
just-
sat down
that
next
was
to
a
each
mo-
other,
that
and
was a
we
monumental
just
night.
clicked. We were yapping.
It
we were
actually was
laughing.
really funny. We were just
got
like,
shushed.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I texted my mom about you that night.
Really?
I did.
Oh my God! Did you have a friend crush on me? That's so
Yeah, I did.
embarrassing. Oh my God! I like.
That's kind of cute.
I was like, I
That's
met this girl Alice at
adorable.
yeah, and we really clicked. Like it was so fun.
Oh my God! I remember we were at the end and we were like, how have we never met each other before?
I
And then-
know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I know. I was like, I feel like you don't really, unless you met them, like you guys met at the end of the year last year.
Mhm.
Like I don't
Yeah.
remember like
Yeah.
how I'm friends with most of the friends I am right now. Like I could not tell you.
Because okay, you like also I knew who you were
Yeah.
But until we were put
Yeah.
in this same like D-ship small group,
Yeah. No.
I haven't talked
Yeah.
to you.
Right. We like talked at like
Maybe at Fiat a couple
once.
times. Did you ever come to Bible study too?
Yes.
So maybe then.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Like, yeah.
yeah,
Kinda funny.
It's crazy.
I'm late to the game, guys.
It's alright. Alice, you are from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, correct?
South Dakota.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about your family? You come from a big family.
I
What
do.
is your like experience with that and having siblings and all
Tell us
that?
about growing up.
Yeah.
Growing up, oh my god, growing up is so scary. But growing up in my house was a lot of fun.
Sorry, getting deep, bro.
Okay,
No,
no, I'm
deep.
sorry,
Not
I'm
like
sorry.
growing up. Like
Okay,
we're
growing
right
up in
now,
my
like
house.
growing
Okay,
up like.
Growing up was scary.
Help me. No, growing up was tons of fun. I like did not like my siblings for a lot of my life. Like, not gonna lie, like a lot of them
Yeah.
were very hard to get along with.
Yeah.
Well,
But,
tell them
yeah, how many
siblings
do you have?
I have 6 siblings, so I have 2 older and 4 younger. So my house, I would just describe it as like chaos. You've been.
I've been.
Yeah, there's never a time where nobody's talking in my house.
Yeah.
And we're all kind of yappers.
Yeah.
And when we get together, it's like the biggest yap fest, and I love it so much. But
Yeah.
everyone talks over each other. Everyone, yeah. But I think I grew up as like an instigator. That's what I've been told.
Classic.
I
Interesting.
really like learned how to like push my older siblings' buttons and
Oh.
younger siblings, and just kind of
Girl
like
child.
poke them a little bit. And
Yeah.
I got instigated. I was a very, very tough.
I
child
was
to deal with,
targeted, bro. I was targeted when I was
Yeah.
younger. I don't know if like
yeah, I was targeted by Olivia a lot.
my sister, my
Mhm.
older sister, she targeted me like crazy, bro. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
My
Yeah,
older
it was wild.
sister's Olivia, and then my older brother's Sebastian, and then I was the third. So it was like after me, they were kind of like subpar, kind of, because there's like an age gap and then like
Yeah.
a definite like
yeah,
maturity
yeah,
gap.
yeah.
So I was like the youngest of the oldest. So I was like the
Mhm.
first youngest child.
Gotcha.
You know?
I
Gotcha.
understand.
Yeah.
You are such a middle child to me.
Yeah.
It,
Yeah.
I
like,
was
checks
I
out.
was
Yes.
the actual
It
middle
checks
for a
out.
very long time. Now I share the middle.
Yeah.
No, wait, no, I
Many.
don't. No. I'm one above the middle.
Yeah,
now.
you're technically on the older end.
Yeah. It's crazy though because I feel like we
Yeah.
definitely give off the same energy, like sibling
Yeah, you
wise.
do.
Like I was thinking about it because I was like, I was trying to like go through my head like the list of siblings. I was like, is she a middle child? Because you just like not in a bad way at all.
Yeah, no,
Like,
no, I get
just
it.
like you give the vibe.
No, I am.
You
I
have,
think I'm
like-
just very content.
Yeah.
You have the
Yes.
balance of
Yes.
the older sibling and the younger sibling qualities
Yeah.
that kind of just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Yeah,
mesh
because I've been
perfectly
both.
together.
I still am both,
Exactly.
I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Who do you think you're the
True.
closest with?
Nowadays, I'd say Olivia, but only because her boyfriend lives here and I
Yeah.
see her the
Yeah,
most.
that's true.
And she's moving here, I guess. So yeah, we just kind of have the same perspective on life right now because we're both in college. Well, she's graduated college, but
Right.
like, my older brother is like in college, but he's having a very different college experience from me.
Mm.
And then like my younger sister's like still in high school, so it's like
Yeah. It's
yeah.
kind of hard to find.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So the
The gap
maturity is
between
definitely
college
like
and
with
high school.
Olivia and I, and we can gossip and like it's fine because we know we're not gonna tell our mom because we don't like live with her
Yeah.
anymore. You know?
Yeah, there's like a sibling like pact. I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially once you get to
Secrecy,
college,
sibling
it's
joke.
like
Yeah.
yeah. it
you're like
becomes
not at
more-
home, so I can tell you things.
Yeah,
That's
I
so
trust you
true.
now.
Yeah.
That's so true. My sister and I are very close, but she's sometimes a rat. Shout out Sophia.
Love you, Sophia. Pan Health Press.
She commented on the last. We talked about this literally like 5 minutes ago. She commented on the last our video, and I
She
was
did.
shocked to see her there. So
Oh.
We hope to get another comment.
we hope to get
another comment.
But yeah,
Yes.
I agree though. Like I think it was
Mhm.
weird, like because we're only 1 grade apart, but the year that she was a freshman and I was a senior, that was weird.
Yeah.
That is
Okay,
such
yeah.
a weird.
It's a weird gap.
because she's like doing on her own thing, off at college, having new experiences, and I'm like, nothing is changing. And she's
Mhm.
trying to
Really.
like tell me all these things, and I'm like, girl, like
Yeah.
that. How
Keep
does that
so
even
real.
fun to you? Like that isn't
Yeah.
even like.
yeah,
But I don't know. So interesting.
Yeah.
yeah. Watching the older ones leave for college, I hated that.
Yeah. I like cried really hard
I
when
cried a
Olivia left.
Aww.
Actually, there's this really funny story that we were like on the driveway, like, bye, Olivia.
Yeah.
And my parents left, and then not all of us went to move her in, but so Margaret was left, and Sebastian was left, and Margaret just started bawling on our driveway, and like
Oh.
I was like, oh no, and then I was like, oh, this
Aw,
is kind of
shoot.
sad, I guess.
Yeah.
And then I was like, but there was a better chance of me getting my own room when she left. So
Bye.
I feel like,
Yeah.
well, like for me, like I didn't think it would be as hard as it was right away.
yeah,
Especially the first like couple weeks.
yeah, she didn't miss
Or,
us
like,
nearly as
yeah.
much as
Yeah.
we missed her.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, which is so
Yeah, it
weird.
always happens
It's so,
that way.
it's so interesting. So interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I need to make sure my siblings know that I miss them when I leave for college. Because I genuinely was like, oh my god, she like doesn't miss us at all. And like I'm sure she did, but like
Yeah.
not that much.
Yeah.
And,
No,
like,
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
felt really like abandoned. I was like, oh no.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Not
hard.
anymore. I'm over it.
Good. Yay. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Also, like once they come home for the first time, then you
Mhm.
realize like, oh, like I still have to see them.
Oh wait, they're like this.
Yeah.
They're the same.
Like
person
yeah,
still.
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like that's always like a telling.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she
time.
came home for COVID because she left.
Oh,
Like she was a
Oh.
she was a freshman. Yeah, she graduated 2019, so she was a freshman in college, and she was on spring break when COVID hit. So then she
That
was home
sucks.
for like 5 months, I think.
Wow.
It was like a long time to have her home.
Yeah.
Do you guys get that feeling of
Oh,
like?
well.
Wait, this is gonna sound terrible, but like sometimes when your like older sibling like would come back for the summer, you're like, okay, like ready for
Go
you
back
to leave
now. Yeah.
Yeah, all the time.
because you've like gotten used to them not being there, and then you get your
Yeah.
routine down, and then it's like
Yeah.
Yes.
it gets messed up a little bit.
It does. Me and my sister shared the same car in high school,
Mm.
and so like, I couldn't really drive around,
Mm-hmm.
and so when she came back, like I could use the car, and then she left, and I was like, "Girl, leave the car," you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, my least favorite is like, well, I do this now to my younger siblings, but like, is she would come home for a break, and she'd be like, haha, I gotta stay home with mom all day while you went to school. And it was like 1 week. But I still was like, that's not fair. And like, now
Yeah.
I'm that person.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what can I say?
So
Wait.
Alice, this summer,
Yes.
Oh.
you were a camp counselor.
Yes.
Do you want to explain that experience?
tell us
Any
about it.
fun camp stories? Laura was a camp goer, correct?
I was a camp. Yeah, I was a camp attendee.
Yes.
Yes,
And then
a
I-
camper.
I also was a counselor, and so I'm interested to just hear about your experience, your camp a little bit more. We've had multiple conversations about it because it's kind of fun to talk
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
We talked about it at the gala.
We did.
You
There was
guys.
this guy
I'm gonna
that
find this.
we met at like this gala that we went to for like a service for like one of the clubs that we're in, and never seen him before. He goes to our school, never seen him before. But Alice apparently saw him and talked to him.
I saw him in the business school yesterday.
That's hilarious. I feel like I wouldn't recognize him. We had a conversation about camp. That's why.
Yes,
it got
he
brought
was
up.
a camp
Yeah.
counselor as well.
Yes.
So that's we
I
were
didn't
talking
realize
about camp.
that.
Yes.
yesterday. Yes.
Yes.
Sorry.
Understandable.
So basically, for 3 summers, I worked at a day camp in my hometown, and then the last summer that I worked at that camp, I was like considering working at a different camp. I actually got a position at a camp up in the Boundary Waters in Minnesota, but I didn't end up
Oh.
taking it because it was like my senior summer, so I was like,
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna go live in the woods for a million years. And also, it was like I would have missed welcome week, or I would have missed like the end of that program or something. I don't know. So extenuating circumstances. So I worked at that camp for 3 summers, and then I switched to an overnight camp last summer, and I'm doing it again this summer. Camp Foster, YMCA of the Okoboji's, shout out. Love Camp Foster. Yeah, it was such a like fun experience. I really like living in community, and I think like it's such a camp. Like it's a very like you think of like Bunked or like Camp
Yeah.
Kikiwaka or whatever. We like sing that song all the time, and we're like, how does this song go?
Kikiwaka.
Yeah, Camp Foster. That's like people do that all the
Wow.
time. Like it's like really funny. Yeah, it's just a very campy camp. I love it. This will probably be my last summer. Because like obviously money's not like great as a camp counselor, and like time and effort is like a lot.
Yeah.
And I really love that, but I don't think that I should do more than 5
Yeah.
summers of summer camp.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Also, like between junior senior year, like you'll probably
Yeah.
just be
Yeah. I
can, like-
here working.
Well, I'll have my house, the lease. I'll have the
Exactly.
lease
Yeah.
over the summer next
So,
summer.
like-
So I'll probably just like and Olivia will be living here and in Omaha. Well, hopefully, I don't know. Who knows?
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
But
Seriously.
yeah. So yeah, camp stories.
Yeah.
I feel like when I think of like a classic like summer camp, I think of your camp
Yes.
from like what I've heard. Like
Yeah.
it's just
Very
the
classic
most-
summer camp.
Wait, just going off this, were you a camp attendee at some point?
Never.
You were never.
You were a
camper.
camp
Never.
attendee.
I was a camp
I didn't know
attendee
that.
of some camps, but most of them were like, I went to rec camp, which was like a
Oh.
sports camp
Yeah,
for a
yeah,
week
yeah,
at a
yeah.
college in my hometown, and it was like just day camp. I never
Yeah.
went to any like YMCA day camps though, which is all I've
Okay.
worked at. The first one I worked at was also
Interesting.
YMCA. Yeah, so I just kind of like live out my camp days as a counselor, I guess, is like kind of the vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But fun fact is, Alice works with a lot of other Creighton students.
Yeah.
two other, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, two other. There's
Okay,
a lot
that's
of
a number.
Omaha people. There's a lot of people
Yeah.
based in Omaha. It's a very like the high school that's right by our dorm. I know like 3 people who go there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
That's
campers.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's
So
It's kind of fun.
yeah, kind of fun,
Connection
kind
to
of
the
really
world.
scary.
yeah.
I'm very connected to Omaha now through its youth. Which is very scary.
We'll be driving in the car, and high school will have just gotten out, and Alice will like look out the window and be like, "Oh, I know that kid. That's my camper."
There was
literally
there was a
driving
time
by
there
us.
was a camper
So funny.
driving behind us. But yeah, I don't think I have like great camp stories. I mean, just like everyday life, just like
yeah.
yeah.
I know, like, I
just
feel
love
like,
camp.
I really like what you said about it being so much work. Like, you don't get enough, like, obviously you don't get enough pay.
Yeah.
But I think there's a beauty in how much, like, impact that you're having on people
Yeah.
as a camp counselor.
Mhm.
And you're getting, like, it's like food for the soul more.
Oh yeah.
Like, 100%.
Oh yeah. My cup is filled all summer long.
Yeah. Yeah.
Legitimately, all I do is like, sure, I'm tired at the end of the day, but I go to bed and I'm like, these kids are experiencing camp, and it's just so good for them to
Yeah.
be away from technology,
Yeah.
to be like with other kids, having fun. They're like outside. They're like being creative.
Yeah.
It just really like yeah.
Yeah.
I think they go home, and like that's the best week of their summer.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you made that
100%.
happen.
They
Oh,
say
yeah.
that
So,
all
like,
the time.
yeah.
They say that at the end of the
Like, look
summer,
forward to
towards
it
the
every
end. They're
year.
like,
That's how
this
it was
is-
for me, too.
yeah. They say
Like,
like, oh,
totally.
this
I mean, it was
is
always my favorite.
your
week of the summer.
5th week of the summer, but this is this kid's only week of the
Yeah.
summer. Like
Yeah.
And their best-
exactly.
exactly.
it
Yeah.
happens all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's just worth it for the experience. I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like
sure.
watching kids, like I just always love watching a cabin like come together. We do these things called
Yeah.
cookouts where you go into the woods and you cook
Right.
hobos and like you have dinner out in
Yeah,
the
that's
woods.
what we
Love
do.
hobos.
Yeah.
We do that
We,
too.
we don't have hobos. I don't know what that is.
We do in the tinfoil.
Yes. and
Oh,
We do like
tinfoil.
the sausage and the
Oh, well, we do
Yeah,
like
or whatever.
that kind of stuff.
potatoes,
So yummy.
meat, carrots.
Well,
Well,
make
yeah.
s'mores.
Okay, like
or
a
Yeah.
boil,
roast.
but without boil.
But
So-
like we always talk about how after a cookout, your cabin is so like bonded.
Yeah.
And it's just like you try to you have to sign up and it's competitive. But you we always like would try to sign up on like a Tuesday because you try to get the close campsites
Oh, right. Yeah.
because you don't want to walk far with
Yeah.
coolers and stuff.
Yep.
But
Definitely.
yeah.
Yep.
It's just so fun to like take kids out and like reconnect and
Yeah.
like let them be kids.
Yeah.
Because there's no parents. And like
Yeah.
sure I'm a authoritative figure, I guess, but also I'm more there just to make sure that they're not doing anything stupid
Yeah.
and that they like get places on time.
Yeah.
Like I'm not there to
Safety
tell
measure.
them, oh my gosh, you shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
When they're literally just like dancing. Or
Yeah.
something.
Right.
Like-
Right. You
Yeah.
have to look
Promotes fun.
stupider so they look normal. You
Oh
know?
my gosh, yes.
Yeah,
You put
yeah, yeah,
yourself
yeah.
down to such a low level so that
Yeah.
they can make fun of you and they know you can accept that
Yeah.
and then you're fine.
Yeah. Happy that you had that experience so we can
Oh,
bond over it.
yes, I
It's so
love
fun.
camp.
It's so fun.
Literally get me talking about camp. I dare you. It'll be
Yeah,
like 20 hours.
I know. It's so fun.
Oh.
Laura, did you have any fun
Any
camp
fun
stories?
Honestly,
No, that's okay.
I always had a lot of fun at summer camp.
Yeah.
I loved it, and
Yeah.
I've thought about working there many
Yeah.
times. But it
Mhm.
was for me. I don't know. I had a harder time like sacrificing being at home
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like the pay.
Yeah. Valid?
But I love camp and I love going to visit, and my siblings still go.
Yeah.
Like my favorite years when like the older kids we get to be like explorers.
Oh.
That's what they call it. And like all the normal cabins for the younger kids are on like main camp, but then like juniors and seniors in high school, you have your explorer village, and there's like two little cabins
Oh.
basically out in the middle of the woods, and no one knows where it is until you're an explorer. It's a really secretive role
Oh,
actually.
wow.
And the fun part about it is that no one sees you all week, but then the explorers like they sneak around and like will leave like little Easter eggs for people, or will like randomly
Wow.
run through the dining hall because like you're not on main camp, so you're basically like just like this
Wow.
hiding secret.
Wait, how do you eat though? Like, where's your?
We make our food.
Oh
out
my
in the woods.
god, that's crazy.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
why
really
does that sound like
rough
such
it.
a blast?
It's so fun.
hilarious.
You're literally you have your village. It's literally the girls' cabin, the boys' cabin, a hammock circle, and like a little like
Hammock.
camp out.
Hammock
Comment down
circle.
below, hammock or hammock. I say
Hammock.
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 Hammocking.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, and
That
the
was a
hammock
crisp high
circle,
five.
and then there's like the grill for like the camping.
Yeah.
And we like make all of our food. Like someone from staff will like bring us out a wagon
Oh, nice.
of ingredients, and then we
Nice,
we didn't eat the dining hall like
Oh,
once.
wagon.
Nice.
It's
That's
so
awesome.
fun actually.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Sounds lit.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Do what
That's
you
a good story.
Yeah.
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 That's good stuff. That's good
Yeah.
stuff.
And love stories, of course, but we don't
Oh,
have
camp crushes.
crushes. I've had
Wow.
a fair
Yeah,
share.
talk about that.
No.
It
Yeah.
exists, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Camp
yeah.
crushes.
I think there's some research, surely.
Oh, surely.
Reach-
It's proximity.
Yeah, proximity.
And think even like camp counselors, like at my camp, probably over half of the counselors are married to each other at this point.
Yeah.
And like,
there's a
period.
culture.
Like, I'm happy that you found that for yourself, but me,
No.
Your day's coming. I can feel it.
What?
Okay, anyways.
it is time.
Is it time?
It's time. It's time for Artist of the Week.
Oh,
I didn't think about
yay.
this ahead of time.
Alice, you go first.
today.
Do you have an artist that you've been listening to a lot lately?
I think you know this answer. Oh,
Do
role
I?
model.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, just like I found out recently, his name's Tucker, and that made me that kind of revamped the like.
I agree with myself.
Oh, actually, no. Wait. Can I change my answer?
you got two.
Yeah.
This,
more
okay.
than-
So
yeah.
It's more of like a general artist.
Yeah,
than
yeah,
like-
Who are you
okay,
listening to
so-
these days kind of thing.
So I really didn't listen to music that much this week. I kind of was like on an AirPod fast, and so when I was listening to music, it was usually Doomsday by Lizzie McAlpine.
Oh,
Naturally.
I had it stuck in my head all week long, and like, granted, it gets stuck in your head a lot, but like, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, Doomsday
So
was
good.
like close at hand, if you will.
Yeah, if you will. If you please.
Yeah.
Anything else? So you role model what? Role
Your servant is- Anyway, sorry, what?
any role model song that standing out to you currently?
Cross Your Mind and Forever and More have been on repeat,
Wow.
I think. I've been going old.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, and then also, Love Me Anyway by
Oh.
Chaperone. Always on repeat.
Oh.
Okay, Alice introduced that song to me.
Mhm.
I was in her car. She played it. I was like, "This sounds like Chapel," but I've never heard this song
Yeah.
before. I thought I knew like her whole discography because obviously like Rise and Fall is like the album.
Yeah.
But I didn't know she released a single.
I didn't know
So
that.
good.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know
until
that
you
it.
played
I
either.
thought it was honestly newer than her album.
Oh, that's so
I'm
interesting.
so out of touch with musical artists.
That's
I
okay.
will say. I
That's
didn't even
okay.
start listening to music until college. I
Yeah.
listened to the radio before college. So, you know,
Period.
forming my music
So
taste.
funny. Yeah, of
She's
course,
getting
of
there,
course,
she's
of
getting there.
course. Yeah.
Wow.
Laura?
I also didn't listen to a lot of music this week, but I think it was because my AirPods died and I was too tired
that's
to-
tragic.
Anyways,
what?
That was great. Sorry.
probably I'll go with Lainey Wilson this week because I should have said that last week, but that's okay.
That's okay.
I just went to her concert last
Yay.
Friday.
How's that
So,
experience?
It was so fun.
Good.
It was
good.
like your classic country concert, honestly. Her
Yeah.
prop on the stage was this truck that she stood on the whole time.
What?
That's kind of funny.
Also, yeah, we got these tickets like beginning of the school year, but like they'd been like on sale for a while. Like
Gotcha.
somewhat more last minute, so we just got like cheapo ones in like the nosebleeds. But it's funny because back there is like where all like those like old people come who just like wanted to like come to like a country concert
concert,
just to come to
yeah.
a country concert.
That's so cute.
So we were like some of the only ones singing in our
yeah, that's okay.
and no one stood up, but it was still really fun.
That's
like for
awesome.
the vibes kind of
That's
thing.
It's such a
Yeah.
community up there.
It's such a community.
awesome. Okay, for
Lena?
me, obviously, I've been listening to a lot of Ash still. 'cause-
Oh.
Tonight.
Oh my God!
Tonight we go
T-minus
see Ash.
5 hours.
I'm seeing her tonight. I'm getting there really early, I fear. Because I'm getting there at like 5:20. Doors open at 6. Performance starts at 7. So I'll be there for a while. I also don't know like if there are other people like that are gonna be there early. So it might just be like me and my friend Molly just like standing
Camping out.
outside.
Are you driving yourself then?
Emma Woolman's taking us.
Got it.
Shout out Emma! I don't know if you watched the podcast. But thanks for driving me.
We'll get her on the pod.
And then, okay, I remember what I was gonna say. I'm listening to Harry Styles by Harry Styles, his debut album. It is single. Like,
What does the cover look like?
It's his back, the cross.
Oh, yeah.
necklace.
Oh, I like that album.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know.
It's his like self-titled like debut single, album, whatever. Great album. I feel like it's a good like transition, like summer to fall album. I've been kind of into that lately.
That's valid.
I'm trying to think of a few songs like Two Ghosts. It's about Taylor Swift though, which is kind of fun. So
Did they date each other?
they did.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
You know that?
That's
Wow.
like half of her Red songs? Or is it 1989?
1989.
1989. Most of
Harry
her
Styles?
So,
You know the
1989.
song Style by Taylor Swift?
Oh, yeah. Is that Harry Styles?
Yes.
You got it. You got it.
So yeah, Harry
Guys, I didn't get a
Styles,
phone call,
Ash. Now Alice knows.
Yeah.
Harry Styles and this is like when I found out that her and that John guy dated.
John Mayer?
Yeah, John Mayer. The John that my friend really likes.
Yeah, he's a rat.
Oh,
That little rat.
Anyways, okay.
my friend really likes him. Oh.
We're gonna take you back to high school.
Oh, yay!
And we
Oh
wanted
my
to-
god, my favorite place.
Talk to you. Tell us about your high school experience. Like sports. What were
Okay.
you involved in?
Yeah. Is this because I asked you to ask me about volleyball?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
Okay,
that's-
sorry. Okay, so in high school, okay, so I started out high school freshman year, COVID.
She started high school freshman
no,
year.
I was explaining that COVID
Okay,
happened
yeah.
in
This is
March
true.
of freshman year. So
That
I had
happened
like
to me too. That's crazy.
I
Yeah,
had-
me too. Actually.
I had like a really like lame freshman year kind of because I didn't really get involved in anything, and then I kind of
Me
just like
too. Me too, girl.
Yeah.
like whatever, and then I kind of reverted back to like the olden days because during COVID I hung out with my neighbors a lot. So no, I was like outside riding a bike, so I kind of felt like I didn't really mature that much in my freshman year of high school, which I could have.
Yeah.
Anyways, sophomore year we were all wearing masks. It was my brother's senior year, so a lot of the focus just like went to him, and I was just like
Yeah, there.
vibing. I was like in some clubs.
Good.
I threw in middle school shot put and discus. Sorry, I threw shot put and discus in middle school, and then I didn't like. I went to one morning practice freshman year, and then COVID came, so it literally got canceled after
That's
one morning
crazy.
practice.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, that's silly. And then it came up again sophomore year, like that time, spring, and I just like was like, nah, I'm not doing it. So I was in marching band. Yeah, sorry, I was in marching band and band. Anyways, no,
Nice.
And kid.
it was okay.
Oh, could it be me actually?
Okay. Anyways, so then junior year, I decided that I was like, it's like, why not? Like, it's not like a question of like why do things. It's like why not do things. So I kind of like
Period.
really filled up my plate then. I joined a lot more clubs. I kind of realized that I kind of wanted to do something medical probably. So I joined like HOSA, Health Occupational Students of America. Sorry, I became the VP. So
Okay.
yeah,
okay.
yeah, ran
Okay.
that club.
That's
I'm kidding.
awesome.
Yeah, and then I did knitting club all 4 years, I guess, and then what other clubs like Students for Life, and then yeah, I don't know, just kind of focused more on and then junior year, it was the start of the year, not the start of the year, it was like fall, and winter season was powerlifting was the season, and someone was like, wait, you should like come to the gym. It was my good friend Juliana, and I was like, okay, like I guess I will. So I was like, you know what? Why not do powerlifting? And I was like, I think I might kind of be good at that, I guess. And it turns out I was okay at it. So believe it or not. And even if I wasn't that great of it, I really saw a lot of personal growth throughout that like winter of junior year because I was like getting really strong and like I don't know, just the discipline of like having morning practice twice a morning. I really, really liked that like structure and that. Like, I knew what days I was hitting legs, knew what days I was hitting arms, knew what days I was doing all this. So, that was really fun. My junior year was like, whatever, like, it's my first season of powerlifting. This is so great.
Yeah.
And then powerlifting, the coach is the same as the throws coach. Transitioned kind of right into that. Juliana was throwing. And we just, like, it just really naturally transitioned. There was this great girl who's in the grade above me, whose name is Megan. And she was amazing at throwing and amazing at powerlifting. And she is such we're very similar. People used to get us mixed up all the time. Like, we got the same kind of,
Wow.
hair. I actually talked to her over fall break, but
Aww.
she's such a great human being. Talk about, like, a light.
Yeah, she's just like Allison. She's such
No,
Just
no,
kidding.
she's
I'm
like,
kidding.
well, I'll get to it later when we get to that next point,
Oh.
because she was the one before me.
Oh.
You see what I mean? It
Oh,
was
yeah,
very-
yeah.
So, yeah, got there, and then, through was horrible at it, but I had so much fun. Like, it was genuinely so much fun that I was like, yeah, whatever, run it back senior year. So, we got to senior year, also, junior year, I kind of had a shift in, like, my sociality, if that's a word.
Yeah.
I just started talking to people.
Oh,
I was like,
yeah.
I quit. Like, I quit being
Yeah.
silent in my classes. Like, I just,
Yeah.
like, YOLO. There's 2 years left. I knew I wasn't going to stay in South Dakota for college. I was like, whatever, I'm leaving. So, like, might as well make
Yeah.
friends in high school
Yeah.
while I can. Because I didn't really have, like, there was a lot of friendship changes in there. And then junior year, I kind of, like, settled down a little bit. So then I just started talking to people mainly. And then senior year, obviously, like, YOLO, senior year, gonna continue everything. So got to winter, started powerlifting, and then I hurt my back, and I, like, something with my sciatic nerve. My sciatic nerve is still messed up to this day. But it was deadlifting that really did it for me, which is one of the 3 lifts that you do in powerlifting.
Oh no.
So,
Naturally.
Yeah, so, like, a month and a half out from state powerlifting, I was, like, down for the count. Like, I couldn't even, like, sit down. Like, it hurt so bad. Just, like, my hamstrings, like, just, like, I was, like, crying in pain sometimes. And I was like, oh, this
my
really sucks, huh?
gosh.
Yeah.
Anyways, got that
That's
sort of
sad.
figured out. Started doing, like, physical therapy stuff that the athletic trainer had given me for my back. And then I just stopped deadlifting. Kept squatting with a belt because that protects your back. And then benching still. But I, like, focused a lot on arms then. And then got to state, and I hadn't deadlifted in, I think, like, 3 weeks it had been, because I just was like, okay, whatever. And then I went and I deadlifted, probably my last deadlift ever, if I had to guess, at state, and did really, really well. And
Yay.
what place did I get at state? I don't know. Wait, I think I got 3rd place, but in my weight class.
Wow.
Sorry, yeah.
I forgot those are.
Oh, she's
Yeah,
local.
so I was like, I was in a weight class with, like, not that many people in it, so, like, impressive, but, like, you know.
Can we show?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Oh, this is an interesting picture. Here's me, state powerlifting.
Yay.
So
Wait,
that was
that's
my
so
3rd place
awesome.
medal.
That's awesome.
Way to go
Um,
out with a bang, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was 3rd out of 5.
That's okay.
No one has supposed to know that
But
part.
I beat the other people by a lot. No, I'm kidding.
Exactly.
No,
Probably
I really, like, that was my, like, personal growth 2 years.
That's awesome.
Oh, and then I threw, and I, like, still wasn't that great, but still had the most fun ever. Like,
good.
dude, I loved track. And then I still got to stay in the weight room was the main thing.
Yeah.
And then I came to college and stopped lifting mainly, like,
Yeah.
all of the time.
Yeah.
So
That's okay. It's definitely weird, the transition of working, but, like,
Having a schedule.
having a schedule, like,
oh, yeah.
3 to 4
workout.
practices a week, 5 practices a week, whatever, to
Uh-huh.
literally nothing.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
Because before, like, you
It's
didn't have to
scary.
try at all. Like, you were just
Yes,
told,
you were just
okay, you're
there.
showing up here, and, like, it's, like,
Everything's set up
Yeah.
for you.
it's set up perfectly, and then all of a sudden we're, like, left to fend for ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's hard. Tell us about intramural volleyball.
Yeah.
What got you into that?
Oh
If
my
I may
god,
ask.
I played on the D team for volleyball in 7th and 8th grade.
You
I guess I
did.
didn't include this in my high school journey because it was before
That's
high
okay.
school.
That's
But
that's okay.
genuinely, okay, so the coach that I had is actually the head coach at my high school now. So he was like
Oh, that's
a
funny.
big shot, but he
Oh.
was like just starting out. It was like his entry level position.
Right.
And we just like loved him so much because he like let us kind of just be goofballs. And
Yeah.
I was on a team and I made it, and there was like a couple of my really good friends. Just like I just became like really good friends with the C and D team were kind of separate from the A and B team.
Yeah.
And there was like a clear divide because we would like play at different places on the same days. So I just like got really into playing volleyball for fun, and I realized that I can serve the ball really like far if I wanted to. So I would always like serve it out the back, but then I was like, at least I'm serving it, so like at least it's going over the net.
Yeah,
Sorry, what do you
true.
want me to do?
True.
But no, it
Fun
was
sport.
just a ton of fun. And then I quit that in high school because it got really competitive because my high school
Yeah.
was cracked at volleyball, as you know, because we had Bergen, Riley, and then
Oh,
like,
that's right.
there was,
Shout out Bergen Riley,
Bergen
girl.
Riley,
yeah,
Husker volleyball.
Husker volleyball.
yeah, go Husker volleyball because of Bergen Riley. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and also there's a good legacy with my high school too. Like she contributed for sure, but I think there was like 8 people from my class that committed. I can think of at least 5 off the top of my head, so I'm sure there was maybe 6 or 7, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just kind of like it's a really strong volleyball program, and I was like not good enough for that, obviously, so I quit when I got to high school.
That's fair.
And
That's fair.
so then I kind of just picked right back up where I left off when I got to college. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And you're having fun with it. Undefeated so far, right?
No, we lost
Oh,
last week.
never mind. Sorry.
Oh, no.
That's my bad.
Oh my god, I had so much fun though. I almost peed my pants last night laughing. Because we play our friends. It's like always someone that we
so
know.
fun to
It just
watch,
works out that
too.
way.
Yep.
Oh, I love it so much though. And you don't have to be good. You literally just have to have fun, and that's what I do.
Yeah.
And I still get like exercise, and I still get like a lot of like ab workout in because I laugh so much. So
You're just moving around.
yeah.
Hey,
Fair enough.
Endorphins are up.
For
What can
that,
you say?
for that. Yeah, so
True that.
looking into high school again, like, you were homecoming queen, weren't you?
Yeah, I was.
She was the queen of homecoming.
Okay.
I was the queen of homecoming for O'Gorman High School.
Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, how did that come
Like,
up?
was there a list of nominees?
How do you do it at your school?
So basically, okay, it started off at the beginning of the year. It was like 2 weeks before homecoming. They sent out a list of all of the seniors, and you had to pick your top 20, I think 15 maybe. I think 15.
Okay.
So they sent a Google form, and you would check the box of the top 15 people that you like wanted to be homecoming queen or king. Like it was like 15 for each. It was the longest one. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. I've never seen our class like laid out like that, and it was honestly like I was cracking up.
I was on
Yes.
prom court.
Good
I
job.
didn't win.
Oh,
But I was on prom court.
Okay.
I was on prom
No,
court.
Did
though.
you
Okay.
have one winner?
Yeah.
We didn't. We
Oh.
only had a court.
dang.
We had a court
My high
and then a
school was
winner.
weird.
Interesting. But okay, so wait, after
Weird.
the 15 went down to top 10 of each.
Okay.
And 10 of each was like, wow, like great job. Like they sat in the front at homecoming mass.
Yeah.
Like all 20, right? And so
Gotcha.
that was like the big deal. Like you still like are involved in homecoming. And then they narrowed it down to top 5 of each.
Wow.
And it was like, okay, like whatever. I remember they announced it when I was in stats class, and I was like, it was like the 8 a.m. announcements or whatever.
Yeah.
And they were like, top 5. I was, they went alphabetically, so I was
Yeah,
the
yeah.
first one.
First
I was
one.
like, oh, cool.
Yeah. How did you were you expecting to make it that far?
No, I
Period.
wasn't. Quite frankly, I was like, what? I was like,
so
top
funny.
10's great. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna cruise through this. Then after that, it was like a very hectic week because basically we met and you wear black dresses and then you pick an accent color. And we picked hot pink. So the boys all got hot pink bow ties and the girls all had hot pink shoes. And I have
What?
massive
This is so
feet.
deliberate.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
for
have
real.
massive feet, and I couldn't find any hot pink shoes in the entirety of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, that fit my feet. So we ordered them on Amazon, and they almost didn't get there in time. And then I had to order a black dress because I didn't whole kerfuffle. Had to, and this was all during homecoming week. So every day I'm dressing
Oh,
up. It's not like I'm wearing a uniform.
Yeah.
I'm dressing up. I'm getting ready, all this stuff, and it was Thursday night. I had to have it by Thursday night.
Uh-huh.
Thursday night rolls around. I had practice. I had powerlifting practice, I think. I was lifting or something. So I go to the locker room. I'm doing the best that I can with my hair.
Yeah.
But it's not
Right.
gonna look
Yeah.
good. It's not going.
I get it.
And I was like, whatever, it's fine. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Turns out it did matter. But I get dressed, so Thursday is the variety show. So we have a talent show, and it's so funny. And I was in part of the talent show
Okay.
because the pep band always did something. And then I think that was the only thing I was in that year. I don't think I ever did anything else, actually, now that I think of it. But it's a really funny show. And so I was really excited to watch it.
Yeah.
Everyone did the whole variety show, really highlighted homecoming for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And then they were and then with 2 acts left, they were okay, when there's 2 acts left, come back around. So we went and we lined up in the wings, the wings on the side, but not the side of the stage. No, because you have to walk into the auditorium and then down the stairs.
Okay, yeah.
And then up the stage.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
So
yeah,
it was
yeah.
a long walk, and you walk with a boy because
Classic.
you know,
Of course.
Naturally.
homecoming or
Yeah.
whatever. So I was walking with him, and he was hustling, and I was and I was just like, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
And then when you get up there, you have a handshake, and
Oh.
so we had made a handshake, and then I fudged the handshake.
Oh no.
I did it wrong, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Like, I literally had one job, like that was like my only job, and so then that was
that's tragic.
it was okay, it was fine, everything
Yeah,
was
it
fine,
worked
but I
out.
also like went first, so I felt like there's a lot of pressure.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
because we
That's
were both
true.
alphabetically first. So then you
Okay,
go stand up
yes.
there, and they like have the homecoming queen from last year. This is where this comes in, Megan. Okay,
Oh.
Your friend.
yeah, my
Your
friend
lesbian
Megan.
friend. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So she was a homecoming queen from last year. So
Gotcha.
they come back from college,
Yeah.
and
Okay, I know people.
they crown
Crown.
the new too. So she like was there. She like reads the name, and they do the queen first, and they go behind you, and they like hold the crown like
Oh, it's
above,
like
and
a-
like people
What?
applaud, and then they like put it down on someone's head. And there's a picture of when it got put on my head, and I was like, I fear it's like an
Later.
iconic photo that my family uses quite often,
I
but
would-
it was
yeah.
legit shock. Like I was like, there's no way I win. Like I voted for my friend Lindsay who was up there, and I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
like whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, so then
That's
shock,
so
quite the
funny.
whirlwind,
Yeah.
and then you have to go to like a homecoming to the next day. That's like the whole day was worth, and you have to take pictures in the morning and go to mass, and it was
Yep.
really great. Yeah, but I attribute it to me talking to a lot of people and being friends with a lot of underclassmen because they have a vote.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people
Oh.
were just like, "Oh, it's just the seniors that vote," and I was like,
No, it's
"No, like just be
everyone.
nice to everybody,
Yeah.
maybe." And
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, I'm really proud of it. But yeah, not a defining
Yeah.
feature of my life.
And the guy who won King is the one you walk with.
Yes,
Right.
he goes here.
So that is
And-
kind of funny.
No,
that
I'm
you
kind of
both
mad
go
about
here.
this though because
Oh.
I went back last year to crown them.
Did he not?
Did he not come with you?
He didn't come with.
Shoot.
And I was really mad because I was like, Jack, I literally have a car. I'm driving back. I'll come back Friday morning because it's a Thursday
What?
night, so it's really kind of hard.
Yeah.
And he was like, I have an 8 a.m. on a Friday. I'm like, I do too. I'm skipping my 8 a.m. on Friday for one day. Like, it's fine.
Yeah.
And he didn't come back, and I was like, okay,
Bruh.
whatever.
That's so unfortunate.
Yeah.
That's
But
so-
that's
so
okay.
sad.
I don't hold it against him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good, dude, good.
It happens.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
hilarious.
Yeah, so that's his
awesome.
story.
The
Really
funny
important.
thing about our court was, well, one, there wasn't a winner. Two, there was like each person on the court was like a category.
What?
So like someone was like
Nuh-uh.
rare, charismatic. Like
What
sad
does
different-
rare mean? What could that possibly mean? Is it like
Freak if I know. Like I
based off your like values or like your
God.
school?
just like people like who thought like you like encapsulated that word. I'm trying to think of other ones.
That's
Charismatic,
crazy.
maybe rare, like funny.
That's crazy.
I don't even know if funny was one. Just like adjectives.
Yeah, I remember.
Sorry.
They called
And
they
then-
called court over the intercom too. That was crazy.
Yeah, they did that for us too. But our other thing was ours wasn't like a boy and girl for anything. Like everything had to be like it was like your homecoming court could have been 10 girls or it could
Really?
have been 10 guys. Yep.
Ours had to be like split half and half. I remember it so vividly. So I was in AP Gov and I hear that they do the intercom. I knew it was like I didn't know I was gonna get voted on, but I knew that they were gonna announce court. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. Like I think like it'd be fun. Like it'd be fun to be on court.
It's
Blah,
gonna
blah,
be
blah.
a riot.
But I heard my name and I was like, I kind of like blacked out a little bit, and then you had to like walk to a meeting.
Like,
Yeah,
right
that's
then
like
and there.
right after.
The meeting where I
right
decided what color I had
after.
to wear.
Yeah, right after they announced, and then like I wasn't really friends with anyone on court. Like one of my
that's
really
not
good friends who I played soccer with, she was on court with me, but you're paired up with a guy, and they
Right.
usually do it by height. I was paired up with this football player. He's like jacked. He's like I was like I don't even know this kid. I didn't even know him. I don't even, like I wouldn't consider us friends now, which is fine. Like it was just kind of random, but
That's
yeah, it
hilarious.
was a full thing. And then we have to learn a dance, and then you have to perform it down in front of in the whole entire school.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't have signed up for that. I would have been like, take
It was
this.
crazy.
That sounds so fun. Actually.
It was a lot
That
of fun.
sounds so
and like
fun.
the
Oh,
dance
crazy,
team
but-
choreographs it.
Okay,
And I
yeah.
knew some girls on the dance team that were doing it, so it was like kind of fun.
Yeah.
But it's just like it's so random. It was funny though. It was great. Okay, moving into freshman year,
Oh my
you
God.
lived in Dingleman.
I did live in Dago.
How was your
Oh.
experience in
First,
Dig?
let's give a little layout of the three.
Okay.
There's 3 freshman dorms on campus: Swanson,
Yes.
Dagelman, and Graves. Actually, we have representatives from all 3
We
dorms
do.
here. Graves, Miss
Yeah.
Mina,
best.
bougie living.
It
Like
was
First
amazing.
year lived in was
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah, it was brand new,
Yeah.
super nice. It's suite style.
Yeah.
So 2 rooms connected by a bathroom.
That was
It's
incredible.
really nice over there. I was in Swanson, also suite style like Graves, a little bit older.
Mm-hmm.
But it was vibe. And
Degelman.
Alice,
I was in Degelman.
dirty dag.
Dirty
Somebody
dag.
said.
Communal style living. 2 people to a room, sink in the room, bathrooms down the hall.
Classic dorm.
5 stories tall. Sorry, I lived on the 4th floor, so I got confused. 5 stories tall, not co-ed floors, like single sex floors, but yeah, it was lovely. I liked Deg a lot, and that's a really hot take here. Sure, some parts of it got annoying, but I feel like living anywhere it could. But I really liked it. My floor, like I felt like I talked to all the people, not all the
Yeah.
people. I talked to like a lot of the people on my floor though.
Yeah.
Go to the bathroom, see people, whatever.
Naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my roommate, oh my god, I love Jenna so much. Jenna's my roommate from last year. We like had a really good like roommate relationship. We like lived life. We got really lucky on that. We went to high school together, and we were just like, we know each other, so let's live together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to see the sunrise every morning. Not that I was awake for that, but like if I wanted to, I could have looked up
Could
the window.
see sunrise every morning.
Hypothetically.
In
She
there.
could see
theory.
the sunset.
Yeah.
Sunrise.
Some things that got frustrating were that we lived under boys.
Yeah, you're
They were
sandwiched.
so loud. No, the girls were below us.
Oh no.
And they said they can never hear us. And I was like, then the boys upstairs are doing something crazy. Because
Yeah.
Yeah.
genuinely, yeah, whatever. And then I only had a neighbor on one side because the other side was like a closet.
Okay.
Sorry, that was really random,
So
but
that's nice.
the other side was a closet, so that was really nice. We only had one side of the neighbors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. We had a futon that I laid on a lot.
I feel like everyone who lived in Dag is really bonded.
Yeah, yeah. I see some
Like,
people who
yeah,
live on my
that's
floor. And I'm
kinda
like,
like-
we went through a lot together.
Yeah. Trauma bonding, if you
Yeah.
will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your favorite like Deg moment, Deg event? Like what was your favorite thing?
My favorite thing
Tell
is
us.
one time we were standing in the hallway, and it was kind of late at night, and I think it was probably a Thursday or a Friday. Gotten in from going out. So we were all like getting unready, and
yeah.
so then we were like standing in the hallway, and we were talking about all the things that we were experiencing, and it was people from the other side of the elevator. Like there was kind of like a split where like the elevator was, or like the other side of the elevator, and like my side of the elevator, and we just were like talking about everything that we were all experiencing, and we were like, this is crazy. Because
That's
there's
funny.
like sounds like there's sounds like marbles that like marbles dropping all the time because there's tile floors in there. So it's like it's like the sound of marbles like rolling all over the floor, and people hear it. The person who lives in my room this year said that she hears that. So I don't know what that
Weird.
is, but maybe it's
What if
ghosts.
it's like an animal?
I don't think there's enough
Ew.
room
What
in
if it's a
any
rat?
of the walls.
Ew.
Legitimately, there's not enough room in the walls.
Thin walls.
That's crazy.
That's really funny.
That's
but
awesome.
yeah.
Though.
Another good memory is just Dana living by me. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
shout out
Dana.
Dana.
One of Alice's like closest friends.
Yeah, she's abroad in
And
Ireland
that's,
right
like,
now.
Really, how you guys got close, right?
No, we were in the same RSP.
Oh.
But then we found out we lived by each other and we started walking everything together, so that's how we pretty much became
Got
friends.
it.
We were like, oh my god,
I
perfect.
gotcha,
We'll just
I gotcha.
leave. Because she lived across the hall and down 2 from me. So I just go pick her up because she's always running a little late. Silly little Dana.
It's alright.
So,
That's
we
alright.
miss Dana.
It's okay.
We do miss
I
you.
love
We're
her
gonna have
for
to do
it.
a study abroad episode.
Yeah.
We miss Dana a lot.
Yeah.
She's in Ireland.
Yeah, she's not dead or anything.
Alice, you also have you mentioned it briefly, but you also have an Instagram for baking. Tell us a little
Yes.
bit. Tell us a little bit about Alice Bakes.
Alice Bakes. When I was younger, I wanted to go on Kids Baking Championship, the Food Network show. I started filling out an application a couple times, and I was like, no, I'm not flying to New York because I'm scared. So I never actually fulfilled that. And then I was like, well, I'm still a kid and I still bake, so I'll start Alice Bakes 04. Yeah, just kind of happened. I started posting like, I think I probably had just gotten Instagram like for real, and then I was like, you know what? This will be so much fun.
Yeah.
And so I started posting like pictures of a couple things that I baked, and then I was like, oh my god, this will be so vibey. And it wasn't. Like my early posts are really funny to look at.
Should do a
But
stop.
then yeah, there's been like on and off breaks and stuff. But yeah, I enjoy baking, and I think it's like a fun way to keep a lot of people updated because they don't post on actual Instagram. So I think it's like I've started showing more like pictures like me baking with friends and like me doing stuff, I don't know, out in the community or like
Yeah.
whatever. But like it just kind of like good way to keep a lot of people updated.
I feel like it's like a Finsta with like a theme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Theme,
Yeah,
that's
that's
a
a really
really
good
great,
way to put
that's
that,
a
yeah.
great way of describing it.
Is what I would
Finsta
say.
with a theme.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
made you want to keep doing it throughout college?
I don't know if I ever considered like stopping. Like I used to take so many pictures of things that I bake, and I was like, I just need to keep posting it. So I was like, I'm gonna bake things in college, surely. And I baked a lot less last year just because no kitchen.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just was like, I don't know why I would stop. Like, why quit a good thing? So,
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
That's very true. That's
I'm not
awesome.
looking to get anything out of it. I just think it's a really fun way. And also, I look back and I'm like, oh, this is so fun. Like, you can really see like growth and like the really bad cakes that I've made and some like better ones and like
Yeah.
yeah,
That's a lot of fun.
yeah, little
That's
journal.
One of my favorite Instagram accounts.
Me too.
Personally.
Me
Oh
too.
my God, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it follows the pod. I'll have to follow the pod.
So
okay,
yeah. But our number one Instagram
Yes.
is
Hilarious-
at hilariously
Hilariously
lost.
Lost.
We have an Instagram now. Go check
Just
it out.
started.
It is the
I need
same
to follow
like
you on Instagram.
logo as our YouTube. So feel free
You'll
to follow
find us.
that.
So
we've
sorry.
been networking.
We've been networking like crazy.
So shout out to my theater girlies, Mackenzie and Lindsay. You guys are awesome. I wanted to shout you out. Everybody that we
Yeah.
came up to, I'm sorry. For
shout out my
scaring you.
CLC.
Shout out CLC.
Who
else?
All the nursing people
Yeah.
we've bombarded
Yeah.
with.
Guys, you guys have
it.
Shout out to
26
everybody.
followers.
Everybody.
Thank you guys so much.
Literally everybody. We love everyone who watches, all of our fans.
Yeah, Alice,
go
we want to
team.
thank you again
Thank you for
for
coming,
coming
on.
on the
Yeah.
pod.
It's
kind of-
been such a blast.
yeah, giving
We'll have to have you back again.
yes,
Yeah. I do live here, so anytime.
true.
yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much
Oh my God, dude,
for
thank you.
telling your story, just a little bit about you. Of
Yeah, thanks for letting me yap.
course.
Yeah,
It's been a
thanks for
pleasure.
yapping.
I love yapping.
Like I said, go follow the Instagram, subscribe, Go-
Alice Bakes.
subscribe,
That's okay.
follow
Yeah.
Alice Bakes,
Yeah,
follow
that's
Alice
okay.
Althoff. She's awesome.
She's
Check her
awesome.
out. Thank you
Yeah,
guys.
we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.